Canada, invented in 1867 by Sir Jonathan Alexander MacDonald. After seeing the American people gain their freedom from their British overlords, Sir Johnny also yearned for freedom from tea and football and whatever this is. War is kind of a hassle though, and being pacifist and patient in nature, the Canadians were more than willing to wait 100 years for the Brits to get over the whole US Revolution thing. After a century of waiting, Johnny Boy asked politely if his country could be independent too. The Brits said okay, as long as they still get to pick some of the faces that appear on Canada's money. That's a pretty good deal, I would take that. This is a common map of Canada. This map, however, is almost entirely false, as the only portion of Canada that has been confirmed to actually exist is here. Even then, 95% of the population of Canada lives here, with the other 5% scattered around Ontario living a Bronze Age-esque existence. There is a long-standing debate as to whether or not any Canadian area outside of Ontario actually exists, but a solid consensus remains out of reach. Seriously though, can you name 7 Canadians you personally know who aren't from Ontario? Yeah, that's what I thought. You can't. I'm pretty sure Quebec is a real place, you might be thinking. Look, the official language of Quebec is French. That's immediate disqualification from being considered a real place. I live in Halifax. That's not in Ontario, I hear like one person say. No you don't, bud. I took Canadian history in high school, and the one day I actually went to that class, we learned that Halifax got blown up by the Nazis in World War I. So unless you live in a crater, you're just lying straight through your goddamn teeth. And C, or whatever number we're on, if Halifax was a real place, this little stream would not be enough to now consider the other side a new place, which is called fucking Dartmouth. Isn't that the shit you get when you have one too many darts, bud? Yeah, no way this is a real place. Honestly, everything east of Quebec sounds kind of fishy to me. I mean, look at this place. Newfound land? You expect me to believe that's real? Like what, you think I'm stupid? There's a reason it's called Atlantis, Canada, boys. It doesn't exist. Don't let anyone fool ya. Moving on to the other side of Ontario, we have the flatlands, where horses, bison, hay bales, and tractors roam free. Just look at this place. Yeah, okay, friend, this totally looks like a real place that people would be. Definitely a place I would go if people were a thing I was looking to hopefully find. BC. This place doesn't even have Jesus yet. They exist in a time where Julius Caesar has not yet been stabbed. Different timeline, confirmed not real. Anything north of the 60th parallel. You know in Game of Thrones, that big ass ice wall and everything north of that? With all the wild people and big people and ice dragons? That's this place. But Game of Thrones isn't real, so neither is this place. Really, I encourage you to think about it. Where are all of Canada's NBA and MLB teams? That's right, Toronto. And where do the NFL's Buffalo Bills play when they come to Canada? That's right, Toronto. I now encourage you to stop thinking about this and do not follow this logic through with any other major sports league. Canada's national pastime is going for a rip to the nearest Tims with the buys to hack some darts and down a double-double, grab some Timbits if you're feeling her, then head home and get absolutely hammered. During the colder months, which make up 9 months of the year, hockey is also a moderately popular activity. It is a well-known fact that nothing warms the body up more than hitting a rubber disc around a frozen pond with a wooden stick, and being the shit out of your buds, and vice versa. The national animal of Canada is the North American house hippo, which can be found in 97% of Canadian homes. Canada's national bird is the Canada goose, or as it's known in Canada, goose. The Canada goose is loud, annoying, aggressively territorial, spreads shit everywhere, and is constantly approaching people begging for shit. Basically, it's an avian version of a skeet. Canada's national anthem was composed in 1973 by world-renowned musical genius Stompin' Tom Connors. Connors was born in the fictional city of St. John's, Newfoundland. No, sorry, actually St. John, New Brunswick. Fuck's sakes, guys, can't even come up with original names for each of your fake cities. They have to start sharing. The provinces don't even have original names. It's just New something. Newfoundland, New Brunswick, New Prince Edward Island. And I see you there, Nova Scotia. You can't hide behind that Latin. I know what that word means. Anyway, Canada's national anthem is played on a continuous loop during all professional hockey games across the globe. Here's a small sample of it.
Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Healthcare in Canada is free. That means you can play hockey without fear, and it's fine to do shit like this.
Oh, what the dick? Oh, shit. Holy... Oh, shit!
Because even if you lose a few teeth or crack a vertebrae or 4, you can just have your buds carry you to the nearest doctor. He'll patch you right up free of charge. That's the magic of socialism. The government can afford to maintain universal healthcare due largely to the profits they make from Canada's #1 export, maple syrup. Maple syrup is a staple of Canadian cuisine and is found in every single food product in Canada. It is collected by verbally berating and or physically assaulting maple trees until they are brought to tears. Like all liquids in Canada, maple syrup comes in bags. For milk, the use of bags is especially convenient. Canadian cows are constantly expelling milk and do not need to be manually milked. To ensure that as little milk is wasted, bags are attached to the cow's udders, then removed when full and replaced with a new bag. All milk in Canada is unpasteurized because we aren't afraid of a harmful microbe or two, what with the free healthcare and whatnot. Beaver tails are the peak of Canadian pastries, and everyone should eat one at some point in their life. Once you eat one of these cocksuckers, you can die happily at any time. I had one when I was 16. My life has been completely downhill from there. Make sure you get one soon, though. There's a limited supply now that beavers have been hunted to extinction in Canada. Poutine is also another popular dish. Many claim that it's great. I'm unable to agree or disagree, as I've never had any. It's French in origin, so I don't fully trust it. Honestly, though, all things considered, even the potentially real portions of Canada have some great things about them. British Columbia has the greatest furry of all time, and the greatest stick figure. Quebec is home to the best hockey team in the world, and also Pornhub. Nova Scotia is the birthplace of the best TV show, beer, and weatherman in the world, and everywhere else is alright too, I guess. Overall, 10 out of 10, it's okay, would not recommend.